Welcome to the Techno News Channel, and in today's issue, you are waiting for. Bloggers collected the world's largest riding robot spider. Shellmet helmet is made of scallop shells. Corvette E-Ray gains battery power to become quickest of all time. ChatGPT, student builds app to sniff out AI written essays. High-tech motorized Ella could be the Tesla of strollers. OWO Skin's tactile suit presented at CES. And Audi Activesphere ESUV concept. So let's go. YouTube bloggers Hacksmith Industries claim to have built the world's largest controllable six-legged robot called the Mega Hex. The bloggers expected to assemble the robot in 3 months, but in the end, they fiddled with it for a year and a half, correcting imperfections and problems that constantly arose during the testing process. The video suffered the same fate. It was red-hot several times to finally showcase the engineering feat in its best form. Engineers were inspired by an excavator called Princess, which could maneuver using a bucket. Then they decided to create a machine on legs that could lift various loads and transport people. In general, the prototype of a spider-like robot that can be driven was turned out. The first month of the project passed exactly according to plan. The team partnered with Princess Auto, who provided the 6 excavators that served as the base for the bot and the budget. The bloggers wanted to attach 6 legs to the rectangular base, each of which could move and, yes, the robot could walk. However, the design turned out to be unreliable and the team made a hexagonal base. They had to adjust the joints of the legs for a long time so that they bent at certain angles, because now the legs moved differently. At the assembly stage, it turned out that the legs of the Megahex robot were not of the required length, but the bloggers did not give up and got the job done. Scallop's soft bodies are well protected by their hard shells. So, could those same shells protect human heads? That question was asked by the Japanese designers of the Shellmet, which is a helmet made partially of scallop shells. Utilizing a process developed by Prof. Hiroshi Wayama from Osaka University, the shells are first boiled and sterilized, then pulverized and rendered into calcium carbonate powder, which is mixed with powdered discarded plastic and rendered into pellets. Those shell-stick bioplastic pellets are subsequently poured into a helmet mold and heated, causing them to melt. Once the bioplastic has cooled and hardened, the result is a helmet with a scallop shell-inspired rib design. That design, along with the inclusion of the calcium carbonate, is claimed to make the helmet about 33% stronger than it would be otherwise. Additionally, the production process is said to generate approximately 36% fewer greenhouse gas emissions than if 100% virgin plastic were used. The Shellmet is intended mainly for use by fisheries workers. A trial of that application is planned to begin this spring. The helmet may also be offered for use in disaster scenarios, or other situations in which hard hats are required. Chevrolet has celebrated the Corvette's 70th birthday in a huge way, introducing the first-ever electrified Corvette. It eases the iconic sports car into the electric era by giving it an AWD mix of V8 and electric motor power that makes it the quickest Corvette of all time. Its 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint landing at 2.5 seconds. Who says you can't teach an old septuagenarian new tricks? The very first Corvette made its debut as a concept car on January 17, 1953 at General Motors Autorama event in New York City. Exactly 70 years later, GM has breathed new life into the Corvette C8 by giving it an extra drive unit. Chevy makes clear that the Corvette E-Ray is the quickest Corvette in history, after sprinting from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds, about a half-second faster than the 2023 Stingray. It completes the quarter mile in 10.5 seconds at 130 miles per hour. The additional output of the E-motor can also be used to generate a boost for overtaking or powering out of corners. The E-Ray's small battery pack does not require plug-in charging, instead relying solely on regeneration during braking and coasting. Despite its small size, it does provide enough energy for a stealth all-electric drive mode that operates at speeds up to 45 miles per hour. Edward Tian, a 22-year-old senior at Princeton University, has built an app to detect whether text is written by ChatGPT, the viral chatbot that's sparked fears over its potential for unethical uses in academia. Tian, a computer science major who was minoring in journalism, spent part of his winter break creating GPT-0, which he said can quickly and efficiently decipher whether a human or ChatGPT authored an essay. His motivation to create the bot was to fight what he sees as an increase in AI plagiarism. Since the release of ChatGPT in late November, there have been reports of students using the breakthrough language model to pass off AI-written assignments as their own. To determine whether an excerpt is written by a bot, GPT-0 uses two indicators, perplexity and burstiness. Perplexity measures the complexity of text. If GPT-0 is perplexed by the text, then it has a high complexity and it's more likely to be human-written. However, if the text is more familiar to the bot because it's been trained on such data, then it will have low complexity and therefore is more likely to be AI-generated. Although pushing a baby in a stroller certainly is easier than carrying it, some effort still is required. The Ella stroller is designed to make things easier, with electric assist motors, a hands-free mode, and various other smart features. So first of all, there are those motors, powering the two rear wheels. They provide an electric boost when the parent is pushing the stroller uphill. They also offer a braking assist function, keeping the stroller from careening downhill when descending slopes. In fact, if the user has their hands full, such as if they wish to carry their infant for a while, the stroller can autonomously move along the sidewalk on its own, keeping pace with them. In this mode, it uses a suite of onboard 360-degree sensors to follow the sidewalk and avoid obstacles, while staying within arm's reach of the user by detecting the proximity of their smartphone. When the parent stops for a break, they can put Ella into Rock My Baby mode, wherein it gently rolls forward and backward, essentially rocking the cradle. The stroller also has a built-in white noise generator to further lull infants to sleep. Finally, an accompanying app makes it possible to check on the stroller's whereabouts within the city at all times. Laptop Mag journalists tested the OWO Skin haptic suit at CES 2023, which was a second skin that allows you to feel a variety of sensations in virtual reality, including through gunshot wounds. According to the developers, the second skin will bring a fundamentally new level of immersion in the game in virtual reality. Not only are uniquely unpleasant sensations such as gunshots and punches imitated, but also, for example, the passage of insects or gusts of wind through the body. The new costume is supported on multiple platforms including VR, PC, Android and iOS. The skin-tight Lycra suit is equipped with numerous special elements, with a total of 10 body stimulation zones that can reproduce 30 sensations, including bullets, insect bites, stabbing and blunt force and other sensations. The model weighs 600 g, is powered by built-in batteries and their charge lasts for 8 hours of operation. Feelings are transferred to the costume via Bluetooth, available in sizes 2XS to 4XL. According to an OWO spokesman, unlike other companies in the tactile industry whose products can only reproduce one sensation, vibration, OWO is the only company that can reproduce a literally infinite number of options through a combination of the main ones available. Taking a break from the mundane, cookie-cutter electric crossovers that have been filling the market, Audi is exploring a more rugged, adventure-ready breed of electric utility vehicle. The Activesphere concept closes out the automaker's Sphere EV concept series and shows how electric tech can be molded into a more versatile, multipurpose vehicle. The new concept blends the body of a sportback sedan with the high-riding chassis of a 4x4 and the incomparable utility of a pickup truck. In terms of off-road readiness, the Activesphere rides quite visibly higher than the average crossover coupe courtesy of an adaptive air suspension and oversized 22 inches wheels bound by meaty 285/50 all-terrain tires. The adjustable suspension maxes out with higher ground clearance than a Toyota Tacoma, leaving 9.8 inches of open air between ground and chassis. Back on the highway, the driver can lower the suspension down to the default 8.1-inch, 208mm setting for tauter handling. Like previous Sphere concepts, the Activesphere comes loaded with Level 4 autonomy, giving drivers the option of taking the wheel or ceding all control to the vehicle. In autonomous mode, the steering wheel, pedals and dashboard retract away, leaving wide open space in front of the driver and front passenger. With that clutter out of the way, the transparent single-frame grille combines with the windshield to offer an expanded view of the road ahead. Well, that was the latest news for today. We hope you like it. Do not forget about likes and subscribe to our channel. It will be even more interesting. So see you in the new releases.